We are live.
Hey,
We are live. We are live. Gawdscast. It's been a minute, Dan. What's going on? You with Justin Henry, Dan Norgard, rocking the Gawdscast tonight. It is a Friday night. Normally we do this on a Tuesday night, but we here, man. Dan, how you
all
living?
right. Man, we're good, man. Great to be back, Justin. Man, did you enjoy your vacation? Because man, we missed you here. The community has missed you, my man. I hope you had a good time, brother.
It was much needed. Had to go. Took the family out to Maui, Hawaii. Man, it was a great trip. And yeah, you didn't see a lot of me on the page. You didn't see a lot of fantasy talk from me because I was so focused and so dialed in. Man, going to Maui was probably one of the best, excuse me, things I've ever done. Taking my family and being able to do that for 10 days. So it was nice to get away. But there's something about fantasy football that I truly love, dog. And I was missing it, man. I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to fantasy. I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to football during those 10 days, but Maui was the shit. But there's something to be said about fantasy football. It still was pulling at my heartstrings,
Man,
even
you
during
you
that
know you
time.
know you can't leave. You know you can't leave. You an island boy right now, but you can't leave the gods, man. You know fantasy is your life. Now we're back. Let's
Yes,
go get it, man. Let's go
let's
get it
get it.
before these games.
Hell yeah. Well, we're going to answer any week 13 questions. I feel like I fast forward a few weeks, man. We're going to answer any week 13 questions you guys have. We are on TikTok, Twitch, Facebook. We're going to be rocking with you guys for like an hour. So whatever questions you guys have, we'll dial into any team specific things. We know it's playoff time. It's crunch time. That's what we're here for right now. We're here to get it in. Dan and I are both here on the Gods Cast special Friday night edition. I'm taking time away from my family. Dan's taking time away from his. So show us some love. Ask us some questions. We're gonna be talking all situations, man, because we seen Taysom Hill, bruh. That kind of shocked a lot. That shocked me. Taysom
Man,
Hill is here.
man,
He's here,
man.
man. What your thoughts on Taysom Hill, bro?
Dude. I ain't gonna lie. I picked him up in one league and had a decision to make. I ain't gonna lie. I have Kyler Murray. He's apparently supposed to come back. The D Hop's supposed to
Well,
come back.
that's one of
I
the
mean,
questions here we got. Is Kyler Murray? It says packing. I don't want to go all into that. But is Kyler playing? I think is what he meant to say, not
yeah,
packing. I'm not
yeah. I
gotta check the
mean,
comment on that. But is
yikes.
Kyler Murray playing?
That's a suspect comment there. Um, maybe big things come in little packages. I don't know, man. He's a little Yoda. But at the end of the day, look, for me, okay, let's go back to Taysom Hill. So I
Yeah,
picked up Taysom Hill because I had Kyler Murray. I don't know. He was risky. I was like, you know what? Taysom Hill, when he started last year, he was a good fantasy producer of
right.
points. So I went with it. I said, look, Dallas is going to throw a lot of points. It could be a high scoring game. Taysom Hill's got the legs. I roll with Taysom Hill. Sure as shit, this dude has over 30 fantasy points for me because of his
Woo. The
legs. Let's
legs, bro.
go,
Taysom
man.
Taysom is
Four
a baller, bro.
interceptions and still over 30. That dude is a baller.
Still balling, even with 4 INTs. The comment said, but 4 INTs. I don't care about the INTs. If you got the INTs, you got a fumble, but you give me 25 fantasy points, it don't matter, man. Taysom Hill to me locked in QB1 for the rest of the season. Depending on that mallet finger, he's got the mallet finger. We got to talk about that in a little bit. But that injury does kind of scare me. But shit, give me 20 runs and we're good, Taysom.
Yeah.
Black Bottles 916 popping in with us. Said, what's up, my guy? Happy Friday. We rocking with y'all, man. We are here for an hour. Y'all got us for an
Yeah.
hour. So let us know what you guys got question wise. One of the big things that we got to get on, that's a couple questions already. Before we get into this Javonte Williams thing, let's talk about this question from Twitch. Sheehan, I'm sorry I butchered your name, bro. Do I start Kendrick, Bourne, or Van Jefferson for the flex? I like Van Jefferson in that spot. Real quickly, what do
Yeah, I got to go with Van
you think?
Jefferson. I think that he's, look, it's a tough start. Stafford's kind of this up and down guy all year long,
Yeah.
man. It's not looking good. But I just can't trust the Bourne side. Give me Van. He's got more upside than me.
Yeah, I'm rocking with you on Van Jefferson. They're talking about Taysom Hill. It's like 25 points. Some people only got 19 with the interception deductible. So they might have had 2 points for interception. But the big news I want to talk about, and I know you're excited to talk about this too. Appreciate the question on Twitch. If you're on Twitch, if you're watching us here and you want to hang out with both Dan and I, head over to Twitch or YouTube, either one. Show some love on there. That would be dope if you guys subscribe or follow on there. But Javonte Williams, man, I'm excited to talk about this kid. We've been hyping him up since way back. Obviously, we both liked him as a runner, and he's coming into a pretty good situation. Melvin Gordon is doubtful to play this week, so he's going to get all the work he can handle. The one thing I have to say about Javonte Williams, though, is we've been expecting this. We've been expecting it, and obviously the Chiefs are a plus matchup for running backs in fantasy. Points per reception wise, giving up yardage to the backs, you name it. A perfect situation for Javonte, but we've seen this setup many times with younger backs, and they have a down spot, man. I'm not as excited as the fantasy community is about Javonte Williams and just having this blow-up game. Are we penciling this guy in for 25, 30 points just because of the touches now?
Yeah, it's a tough thing to analyze. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's very hard. But I'm going with it, man. He is going to go.
I love it.
Bro.
I love it.
I mean, dude, he has had every single touch has been phenomenal. The problem is he hasn't gotten any touches. Now he gets the opportunity. Look, I don't even know how Melvin Gordon has not been injured. Out of all the running backs that got injured this year, Melvin Gordon stayed healthy the most. How does that happen, man? Look, Javonte Williams should smash in this spot, man. Go get him, start him, play him.
It's funny because the two we thought would get hurt, Melvin Gordon and James Conner, and they're both still rocking, still standing. But Javonte Williams, to me, this is a plus spot for him. I'm gonna lower my expectations. I'll let Javonte blow him out the water. I'm starting him with confidence. Give me 10 to 15 points, Javonte Williams, and I'll be happy. PPR, give me 15 to 17. I'll be happy. Yeah. But anything more than that, I'm not expecting this huge blow up, like potential takeover. I think they get him the rock. He shows that he's the number one. But I think we see Melvin Gordon still involved the rest of the season.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Javonte Williams was probably your RB3, RB2 anyway. So, I mean, if you're expecting RB1 numbers, I mean, it's just a plus if you get it. So, I mean, most drafts, most people had him RB2, RB3 range, probably more so on the RB3 range because he was, again, you didn't know what you were going to get out of him. So, I mean, if you get him RB1, I mean, that's just a plus. That's just a plus. But he has that upside. He has that upside to be an RB1 the rest of the
better to have him than to have better to have Javonte Williams than to have Trey Sermon out in San Francisco, bro. That was a rough miss if you took him. So Black Bottles, shout out to Black Bottles. You see the Luke Belair in the black. You know what it is. What are we thinking about Diggs this week versus New England? Obviously, a lot of people are concerned about Belichick phasing him out of the offense. I've actually had this question asked multiple times to me. Real quick, I'll go into what I think, Dan, and then I want to give your opinion. We'll get into some rapid fire on TikTok. If you're hanging out with us here, I'll go back through and answer all these questions. Hang out on Twitch and YouTube to get your answer guaranteed. But Diggs this week, I'm not so sure that Belichick is just going to completely phase him out. Like, that's the narrative, is they take away the best weapon. But I think the best weapon is Josh Allen. And when you got Cole Beasley, Dawson Knox, Emmanuel Sanders, plus there's in the run game, there's not really one specific back you got to key in on. I don't see New England just going like, hey, completely take away Diggs. I think this is going to be a more spread open offense. I actually think it's a good matchup for Diggs against this New England defense.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. To me, look, if you're going to beat Josh Allen, or if you're going to try to beat Josh Allen, you have to limit his rushing. Get him to continue to prove that he's a pocket passer. He's not a pocket passer. He makes phenomenal plays. He makes incredible plays, but he also makes very poor decisions when he's trying to be the hero. Josh Allen is one of my favorite players currently in the league. Obviously, I'm a Bills fan, so obviously I have bias. But the thing about Josh Allen that I like is that he just wants to win. He doesn't care. He will throw it in triple coverage because he believes in his arm. He probably does have the best arm in the league. And I still say that over Patrick Mahomes. But I think raw power, raw just finesse, I think Allen has it. Does he have a better, more accurate, better IQ? No, I don't think he does. But he's still young. He's still learning the game. He may need another 2 to 3 years to kind of just really just get into the game. But how do you stop Josh Allen? You got to stop him with the legs. So, yeah, I think Belichick knows that they got to keep him in the pocket. Keep him in the pocket, then they have a shot. So, yeah, I don't think Diggs is going to be a problem. And to be honest, I mean, it's a make or break week for the Buffalo Bills. My Bills
Right.
need to win this week to show that, hey, the Patriots are not who they are. We are who they thought they were. Go in and smash them on Monday night. So that's what I'm hoping
I
for.
love it. They're saying that the Pats Bills game is going to have bad weather, so that is something to take into consideration. We're live. Had a couple questions asking where we're live at. Live on Twitch and YouTube. You can check us there. A couple questions before we get into. Let's actually just rapid fire real quick. I'm going to go rapid fire through a few of these for you guys on TikToks here. TikTok. Jamal Williams or Henderson and Mitchell. Michelle, I have all three. I probably go Jamal Williams over Sony Michelle. Lions get that dub this weekend. Probably not. Flex, Chase, Waddle, or Javonte. I'm going with Javonte Williams. Let's go. Jacoby Myers or Kendrick Bourne. Start Kendrick Bourne. I trust him a little bit more than Jacoby Myers. Devontae Parker or Elijah Moore. Rock with Elijah Moore until we see Devontae Parker come back. And then last one I'm going to get to, Judy or Ayuk this week. Let's go with Brandon Ayuk. I think he's got a little more upside with Deebo Samuel out. We had one come in from YouTube. It said, Chargers struggle against the run. So most likely the Bengals will run the ball. Should I swap out Higgins for Pittman, who's been struggling? Dan, what are your thoughts on this one? Both number one receivers for their team. Who are you rocking with?
I'm still rolling with the guy that's been balling recently, and Burrow has been doing his thing. Wentz, again, is going to rely on Jonathan Taylor, who's, of course, a perennial stud in this league now, is proven now. Look, I like Pittman. Pittman was great, but Higgins, even coming out as a rookie, I had him ranked higher than Pittman. Right. Higgins just is a different animal to me, and Burrow's balling out. The Bengals are positioning themselves to try to take that division from Lamar, so I like Higgins in that game. It doesn't matter. Go roll with Higgins.
Yeah, I'm rolling with Higgins in that one too over Pittman. I feel like Pittman, the return of T.Y. Hilton he hasn't thrown him off, but I think he's more of a factor than people give him credit for. So I like T. Higgins in that one as well. Appreciate the question, Julio, rocking with us. Lone Star Arthur said, I usually start Waller and Kelsey. One of them is in my flex, but he's out now. So I can either go with Moreau or T. Higgins. And I'm going to piggyback off of this one. I'll take this one. T. Higgins for me is the go-to. I think a lot of people are chasing Darren Waller's stats with Moreau. He's a hot pickup right now because tight end obviously gets kind of thin towards the bottom. And that's a big injury to have at this stage in the game. But I think people are chasing. They're chasing that 6-catch, 60-yard touchdown game that he had a few weeks ago. And I don't see it. I see more of like a 4-catch, 3-catch type game from him, which is good for a backup tight end. So I'm not playing him over a guy like T. Higgins who has 5-catch, 100-yard TD potential. Give me T. Higgins. I don't care about the matchup. Give me T. Higgins over Moreau. Dan, you piggybacking on that?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I actually liked Foster Moreau, coming out as a sleeper tight end. Obviously, he was not going to play over Waller anytime soon. And,
right.
I was kind of hoping for either unfortunately, I don't want to wish an injury, but if there was a way where he can get into the game or he'd be traded, kind of like a David Njoku type, where it's like, hey man, maybe they just needed to be in a different team. And I think in Dynasty, Foster Moreau is someone that you can get for cheap. I mean, you shouldn't be paying anything, but if you get him and then kind of just stash him, and then maybe if he gets traded or maybe even Waller gets traded, just something will happen where Foster Moreau would have an opportunity. I think he's a great tight end, but yeah, I'm not chasing him this week, especially. These are crucial weeks. You maybe can chase that week 1, week 2.
Right.
Don't chase it in those later rounds when you really need a win. So go with T. Higgins.
It reminds me of everybody kind of chasing Pat Freiermuth. It's like, the talent's there. He's not necessarily the best week-to-week option. He has a big letdown potential. So just be careful with Moreau. Let's see. He said Gaskin was an option as well. So it would be between Higgins and Gaskin. I probably would still rock with T. Higgins just for the upside. We are on, just so you guys know, we're on Twitch and YouTube. You can look up Fantasy Gods. We're on there. Let's see. There was a question I wanted to answer. I popped up. Devontae Parker, Elijah Moore. I got that one already. But yeah, we're on YouTube and Twitch, hanging out with you guys, answering questions for the next 45, 30 minutes or so. Question in from Jacob. What's going on, Jacob? Said, who should I start in the flex? Mooney, Brandon Cooks, or Devontae Smith. Also love the content on TikTok. Shout out for you for coming from TikTok, headed to the Twitch and the YouTube. Man, we need all the support we can get. Appreciate you guys rocking with us all season. We're going to try to win you guys some championships. So when it comes to Darnell Mooney, Brandon Cooks, Devontae Smith, they're all low floor, high ceiling type players. I think the safest one, safe to say, is Darnell Mooney right now. He seems like the safest play right now just because of the consistency. The one I probably would play is Brandon Cooks. What are you thinking, Dan?
Well, I mean, check the injury bug with Justin Fields because it looks like Justin Fields may have a chance at playing. I heard that. I'm not sure. I haven't recently looked at it, but double check. If Andy Dalton's playing, to me, then it's Mooney because they built connection. They look good. But yeah, if Fields is back, I'm fading that. Fields is he's just not
Mooney's
enough
the number
for me
one though, bro. Even with Fields, he looked good with Fields too.
I don't know, man. I feel like he did a lot better with Dalton. So
He did,
I mean,
and Fields is doubtful, so we're just going to scrap that anyway.
Yeah. So if Fields is doubtful, if he's truly doubtful, he's not playing, I'm still rolling with Mooney. Give me Mooney all day.
All right, for sure. We're rocking with Mooney. Let's see. Tuber Pride asks, will Gronk do well again this week? In this, I'm not going to lie, Dan, this is one of them things I'm like, bro, I have no clue how to gauge Gronk right now because he's played. When he plays, he looks fucking elite. Like top 2-3 tight end, locked in. He looks elite.
Right.
But when the injury stuff kind of came up, it made me fade him a little bit. I'm like, I don't know. He played in the game, was hurt, and then last week we see him come out and just dominate, bro.
Yeah.
Right now, if you asking me, I'm putting Gronk in the top 3 this week. I'm putting Gronk is top 3, and I don't see why we put him anywhere else.
Right. I mean, dude. I mean, Gronk's a lord. I mean, that dude. He's been a lord since he got into the league. I mean, the only thing is that he's been injured. He's like the Grant Hill of tight ends, man. He is a lord when he plays, but he is always injured, and that's just the type of guy he is. He's gonna put his body on the line. He's gonna make the difficult catches. He's gonna go over the middle. He's gonna run through people, and I absolutely love Gronkowski as a person, as a player. How do you not root for the guy? He's just a weirdo. He's just a goofball, but he dominates. So yeah, I mean,
he does.
If he's healthy, play him. There's no Antonio Brown. It's all either Godwin or Gronk in the middle, and obviously Brady trusts Gronk in crucial situations. So I mean, roll with Gronk, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, we're live on Twitch for those asking. Dan says roll with Gronk this week. I agree with him. Roll with Gronk. Shout out to Stank. Oh, I'm not going to say that. Stank Dick, man. You got problems if you got Stank Dick right now, man. Appreciate the love, though. Starting Miles Sanders this week. Prepping for my L, bro. I don't blame you, man. I got Miles Sanders, too, and I'm starting him in a couple leagues, man. So it's just one of those things. You got to play him, though. Got to play him. Waddle or Diggs. I'm still rocking with Diggs, even in that one. Dan, you rolling with Diggs or Waddle?
Yeah, no, I can't fade a perennial All-Pro. And look, Waddle's doing great. Obviously, a top rookie pick, wide receiver. He's up there. But no, you're not fading an All-Pro.
All right. Lone Star said, good looks, fellas. Yes, sir. We're here to provide whatever we can for you guys. Tuba Prize said, best fantasy channel. Shout out to you guys for hanging out with us, trusting us with your fantasy season. Whatever questions you guys have, we're going to answer them here. Dan and I have different varying opinions, but then also very educated and informed. We've been playing fantasy for a long time and very intact with what's going on in fantasy football. Make sure you guys sub to us. We're here normally Tuesdays and Sundays for you guys, but an extra episode this week on Friday, giving you guys a little bit of extra love since I've been gone on vacation, Hawaii vacation for a minute.
It must be nice. Yeah, man.
We're getting a lot of Mooney.
That's what happens when we get 1 million likes, man.
A million likes, and they ship your ass. They ship you to Hawaii, man. So shout out to you guys for the 1 million likes, and we got more coming too. Let's see. Mooney and Brandon Cooks this week. Yeah, we kind of tapped into this. I think it's a true coin flip to me. I think Mooney seems safer, but I like Brandon Cooks a little bit more. Personally, I know Dan likes Mooney, so.
Yeah.
Let's see. He said Dalton starting. Yes, Dalton is starting. From what I saw, it's Justin Fields listed as doubtful, potential out. So Dan likes Mooney. I like Cooks. We'll see. Chase or Godwin, fellas. And to me, this is becoming a little tougher than it was 6 weeks ago when Jamar Chase was taking over fantasy football. To me, Jamar Chase is actually now, he's at regression. when you got 5 weeks of just sheer dominance, and now we've seen him look more like a wide receiver 3, I think he's somewhere between there. And a lot of people failed to realize T. Higgins was out. Joe Mixon was banged up. Like there wasn't as many options. And so I think teams have also started to scheme that Jamar big play Chase out the way. Like it's a little bit different now in Jamar Chase land. I view him as like a middle to high end wide receiver too. Where do you stand on Jamar Chase? Because I'm taking Chris Godwin over him in this question.
Yeah. I mean, definitely if you had Jamar Chase, like myself, and probably didn't do this, should have sold high.
Yeah.
Should have sold high on him. I mean, again, he flat out is a dominant rookie, and he's a great prospect coming out. He has, phenomenal talent. He was great, and he still is great. The problem is that look, he's a rookie. He's still figuring out the game. Coaches and schemes they're all on him. Go with Godwin because Godwin really he possesses a very high floor and almost as equal upside in a Brady-led offense. So to me, the guarantee is with Godwin and can kind of match Chase's upside.
I agree with that, man. And another one coming in from TikTok, Jamar Chase or Cordell Patterson. And to me, this would have seemed like a no-brainer a few weeks ago. But to me, Cordell Patterson he's the guy on the offense as opposed to Jamar Chase, who seems more of a second, maybe third option right now with the way Joe Mixon's playing too. Right. Joe Mixon and T. Higgins are playing together. I like Cordell Patterson a little bit more than Jamar Chase even. I think Jamar Chase is still living off the name from the first 5-6 weeks.
Yeah, I'm the same thing. I hate Atlanta. We're fading all Atlanta no matter what. But Cordell Patterson has been a superstar as far as the fantasy gem this year. I mean, roll with that. I mean, he's phenomenal, dude. How do you not root for the guy? The guy's amazing. He's got a good backstory as well.
Got to root for CPAT, man. Been in the league for a while. So a couple rapid fire from TikTok before we get back to these Twitch questions. Gibson or D-Hop at the flex. I think you're rolling with Antonio Gibson with the news that J.D. McKissick is out. So you roll with Gibson in that. Let D-Hop show you that he's all the way back. Chase or Patterson at the flex. Just answered that one. Burrow was force-feeding Chase. He was force-feeding Chase. So I think that we're seeing some of the weapons get healthy and back. Elijah Mitchell or Javonte Williams. I'm probably rocking with Elijah Mitchell on that one. I think he has a huge game against the Seahawks. You like that one, Dan? Elijah Mitchell or Javonte? Who are you rocking with?
They're both great. I mean, man, if you were to snag Elijah Mitchell, I mean, you probably are going to win your league. But I'm still going to roll Javonte Williams. Give me all the carries. So now we're even now.
Javonte, come on, man.
Elijah Mitchell was getting carries. Let me go with Javonte, baby.
All right, Dan says Javonte. I'm rocking with Elijah Mitchell on that one. Sanders or Saquon in standard? I think you're going with Saquon, even in standard. You're scared of the rushing, obviously the rushing yards. He'll get the catches, but I think he gets a touchdown this week. Miles Sanders, Saquon just answered that one. Gaskin or Jamal Williams? Rock with Gaskin on that one. He seems a little safer right now. Jamal Williams on a bad offense. He's going to get the touches, but unless he gets the touchdowns, he's not DeAndre Swift. And then Darrell Henderson or Javonte Williams. Give me Javonte Williams. I think Darrell Henderson's a little banged up. May not even play this week. Sony Michel would be the option to have there if Darrell Henderson does not play. So, Dan, this one came in from Twitch. We got to get to it, man. So we're looking at, obviously, Tevin Coleman, Darrell Williams, Devontae Freeman, Sony Michel, Kenyon Drake, Alex Collins, Matt Breida, and Hines. So obviously something happened with the running backs. Either a bye happened or injury. Maybe C-Mac got hurt for you, or Aaron Jones is out, or you were counting on Kamara. There's hella options out there. Which one do you like the best and why?
For me, it's going to be Devonta Freeman. I think that I actually like Devonta. He looks explosive. He catches the ball. And the Ravens they're just the Ravens, man. It's just a good offense. Lamar's, I mean, he had a horrible game last week, but he's just stud, and I like Freeman, man. Still looks explosive, which I would have never thought when coming back. Like I didn't think he was that. He was obviously in shape over the offseason, just waiting on a team. Found his team with the Ravens. He's the starter. I like Freeman in this one.
I think this is one of those things where you want to be proactive, but you still have to wait until Sunday comes, because if Josh Jacobs gets ruled out for any reason, Kenyon Drake's the guy that I pick up. If Darrell Henderson is ruled out but Josh Jacobs plays, I'm probably going with Sony Michel just for the workload, right? But to me, like, I don't really love Darrell Williams now that CEH is back. Alex Collins to me is not even an option. Matt Breida is a flyer. Tevin Coleman's a flyer. Just you don't know what they're going to do on a week to week basis. And Himes is not even a question to me. So it really comes down to like who's in and who's out. And I think the rock solid option, if you had to pick one up today, the safe play is Devontae Freeman. But to me, I'm looking at upside, and to me, that screams either Kenyon Drake or Sony Michel, just depending on the news. With Sony Michel probably being the best option because Josh Jacobs is most likely going to play. If anything late happens with Josh Jacobs, I'm rolling out picking Kenyon Drake up. If anything doesn't happen with them and Darrell Henderson's out, but Josh Jacobs is in, I'm picking up Sony Michel. If neither of those happens, I'm rolling with Freeman. So long-winded answer, but that's how it is with these running backs. You really have to wait and see who's playing and be active on Saturday and Sunday when news breaks.
All right, absolutely.
So question, good call right here. Kyle was just asking if Henderson is out, do I start Sony Michel over Freeman? I would say yes to that. I would start Sony Michel over Freeman. I think Dan is still rocking with Freeman on that one, or you got Michelle on that?
No, I'm still rocking with Freeman. I think the Rams and Sony Michel. I think he's just an average back. I think they'll more rely on the passing game in that game.
Yeah, he's not good. He's not good. Ayuk, Waddle, Cooks, or Jamal? Jamal. I'm trying to think of Jamal. Who you talking about? Jamal
Williams.
Oh, Jamal Williams. Yeah, good call. So Ayuk, Waddle, Cooks, or Jamal Williams. I think it's only between Waddle and Ayuk to me, unless you're playing standard. If you're playing standard, I'd probably go Jamal Williams. If I'm playing PPR, I think I'm going upside and playing Ayuk, man. I don't know how I feel. I just feel good about Ayuk this week.
Man, he is just, he's in the zone. He's getting better. No Debo. So, I mean, you're going to have to throw it to somebody. And, I think it's definitely Waddle or Ayuk. Check weather, check everything like that. But I'm probably going to go with Ayuk as well. Like, give me more targets. Obviously, I think Kittle is going to have a bigger game.
Yes, we agreed. We finally agreed on something today, Dan. We've been disagreed a lot today, bro.
Man.
I was wondering where your head. I was gone for a week, and now we all disagree with each other, man. I like it though. It's good because it gives us, a lot of, most of the time we agree on probably 50 to 70%, disagree on the other 30, which is good. But I think right now this is healthy. It's a hard time right now. A lot of tough decisions to be made here in championship week. So I'm glad we're able to kind of give two sides of the coin. Rate the trade Saquon and T. Higgins for Jamar Chase and Carson. Saquon and Higgins for Jamar Chase and Carson in the keeper league. I think it all depends on where you keep them at, because I know in keeper leagues a lot of times it depends on the round. To me, if I had to keep two, I'm keeping Saquon and Higgins over Chase and Carson. Even though Chase is probably the top option, I'm still keeping Saquon and T. Higgins.
Yeah, I don't think that's even close. I mean, obviously, yes, I would refer back to your previous statement of, if they keep them in different rounds, okay, then that may play a factor. But if it's just a straight 1-for-1 and now 2-for-2, it's Saquon, because I'm not fading Saquon Barkley ever in my life.
Ever.
But I mean, if he doesn't have a good end of the year, which we still predict, I mean, he looked good. When he had the hole, he ran through it. He looked fast. He looked explosive off that ankle. I know it's tough on a back like him. He needs ankle support. He's 230 pounds and just all muscle, and runs a 4.4. Like, he needs those ankles. Keep it real. But I'm not fading Saquon Barkley.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna rapid fire through a few of these, and one specific question I want to get to you, Dan, about Dynasty. So we got a few questions here. Russ or Wentz? Rock with Carson Wentz. Something's up with Russ's finger. Let him show you he's healthy. Wentz is playing at a really good level. Wentz or Teddy? Go with Wentz. Is Mooney a good rest of the season flex? Absolutely, he's a good rest of the season flex. Deontay Johnson or Jamar Chase? I got you on both. We're going to put that question up here. Dan, you want to rapid fire through that one before we get to this Dynasty question? Shout out to Stanky Dick. Showed us love on the cast. Not going to lie, on the TikTok. Came to the Twitch and asked the question on both platforms. Much love to you, man. No homo. Much love to you, though.
Yes, I appreciate. We appreciate it. We get all the characters out here. I love it. So
all of it. Hey,
good looks, and appreciate the follow on Twitch. Deontay Johnson or Jamar Chase? Look, for me, at the end of the day, it's going to be the stud that's been consistent all year long, and that's Deontay Johnson. We got to fade Ben. Ben needs to go, but he's here for the end of the year. They're not going to bench him. It's his final year. That they owe him that much, and he gave him 2 Super Bowls. They're not going to bench Ben Roethlisberger. As bad as he is,
Yeah.
and he is bad, they will not bench him for the rest of the season, and they will ride or die with him for the rest of the season. And with that being said, it's going to be the Deontay Johnson show. And Deontay is a stud, man. Just an
Stud,
absolute
man.
beast. Knows how to run routes, knows how to catch the ball. I mean, for all the criticism last year of the drops, he has put that to rest. The dude's
He's
got
a dog,
hands.
bro.
He's a dog, man.
Deontay
Go get him in
Johnson's a dog.
Dynasty.
Yeah, Deontay Johnson's a dog, man. And Jamar Chase, I think everybody still has that early season value on him. I rock with Deontay for the rest of the year. Random Lie. I thought they said Randummy. Random Lie asked, do you take Dynasty questions at all? And yes, we do. If you want the full answer, head over to Twitch and YouTube. Dan is the Dynasty King. We'll be able to walk you through any Dynasty questions, trades, picks, like you name it. Dan is the god when it comes to Dynasty, man. That's really where his real big strength is. So head over to the Twitch, head over to YouTube, get your Dynasty questions in. Dan will walk you through, man. I started Cam last week over Stafford. If I played Stafford, I won. I benched him because of the report. Hey, sometimes things happen, man. You can't really go and look back at every single week. This is fantasy, man. We know limited information. The games play out a certain way too. A lot of times it's one or two big plays. Tony Pollard was 160-yard play away from us not talking about him. Yeah. He had a 60-yard TD, and now everybody's going crazy about it. So just don't be too hard on yourself, man. It's fantasy. It may cost you the playoffs. It may cost you a lot of things, Jay Mully, but you've been rocking with us, man. I know you know your shit, so don't trip off of little stuff, man. It's sometimes it happens, man. I'm 8-4 in some leagues. I've lost some games by 1 point. Like it happens.
I mean,
I'm 6-6.
You're not going to win You're not going to win every league.
Bro, I'm 6-6 in a 10-team league. Like for me, normally I shine in 10-team leagues, and I'm 6-6 just with the injuries that have happened. I've had D-Hop, Kamara, Saquon Barkley all go down. Like you can't really do a whole lot about it, man. So just play the game, have fun. It is what it is, man. Y'all some ghosts though for real for hanging with us, and don't trip off the little shit, man. It's fantasy. Which 3 running backs should I start? Monty, Lenny, J-Rob, or Javonte? I would say go with playoff Lenny. Can't bench him after last week. Playoff Lenny, Javonte Williams, David Montgomery, or J-Rob. I'm probably going with J-Rob to be real.
Yeah.
I don't know against the Rams though. I go Montgomery.
Yeah, I think Montgomery. I like Montgomery.
Dan says Montgomery too. All right. Here you go, Dan. A couple questions for you, man. Had the most perfect draft from Twitch. Says I had the most perfect draft. Drafted Stafford, Eckler, Swift, AJ Brown, Debo, CD, Mooney, Cooks, Waller, Cards defense. Looks good on all drafted teams. Look good on paper.
Of course they
got to play the games. I traded a few away of them though. I got Diggs and Waddle now. I don't have AJ Brown, CD anymore. I traded away Debo for the high. And a few weeks ago, I traded away Swift for Mixon and Godwin. So that's another thing, man. A lot of people put so much stock into like you have to draft the perfect team. And we've seen these running backs drop off, bro. I think out of all the 12 running backs that were taken first, how many of them, 2 of them are healthy? Just Taylor and Eckler, right?
Taylor, Eckler. I mean, you can't even really say.
You want to put him in there?
Yeah, I mean, you could barely put him in. He's hobbling in.
Yeah.
Chubb. I mean, I don't think
Chubb's been hurt.
He's been hurt. I mean, yeah, Gibson's been up and down, but finally maybe starting to get his stride. Yeah, I mean, the running back position is very, very hard. It's the hard on the body. I mean, they interviewed Taylor the other day, and it's just, he's getting hit every play. You have to think the running back gets hit every play. They're just like the offensive line. The offensive line gets smacked in the mouth every play, and it's hard. It is hard. So running backs are very important, but also, in the early rounds, I don't hate you fading, running backs. A lot of people went running back, but then, you lose out on other things. And yeah, man, it's tough.
And we got killed for it. We got killed for kind of being different. It was our first, obviously people didn't know who we were when we first came on the scene. And we got killed for like, hey, don't necessarily go running back, because we had talked about this. You and I had talked about this at length. It's not just the fact that like, we're avoiding running backs. It's the consistency of them getting hurt. We're not wishing injury, but if you look at the top 20 backs on your list, there's a chance. I would be willing to bet that 95% of them have probably missed a game with some type of injury. And they added an extra game.
Right.
Like I think people really forgot about that. Last year we had the lockout, so there was a lot of fresh bodies.
Right.
bodies. They couldn't work out. This lockout, or this year, there was the extra game. Sorry, I'm cutting in and out. I know I'm cutting in and out, kind of messed me up there. But this year there was the extra game. So there's extra wear and tear on these running backs, man. And I think people mistook what we were saying as like, hey, avoid the analytics, avoid the stats. And it's like, nah, when you guys go and prepping for your drafts, especially in the next coming years, just factor that in. If you have a running back you absolutely love, take him. Take him. And if he stays healthy or he manages to last for the playoffs, cool. But don't go with this, I have to draft running back, so I'm in a no-lose situation. It's a terrible strategy. We try to warn you guys about it. Make sure you know for the future.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see. Kyle Pitts or Dawson Knox was happening. Rock with Dawson Knox, man. I don't know what the hell's going on with Kyle Pitts. Muhammad said, what's popping? What's popping, my dude? Glad you could join us. Who you like, Dan? Knox, Pitts, or Higbee? PPR.
I'm going to fade your answer right there. I'm going to go with Kyle Pitts. Look, I think the thing is with Kyle Pitts, he's got a great matchup this week. I think if any matchup he's got to get it going, it's going to be this one. Obviously, I think defenses are scheming towards this dude, but he's kind of on a pace to kind of match top rookie receivers as far as receiving yards in the rookie season. So I'm buying all Kyle Pitts, and if you got him, if you're in Dynasty and people are maybe scared or nervous about him, go get him. See if you can get him for low. I'm buying Kyle Pitts.
Dynasty for sure. I still go with Knicks. Knicks looks good, man. Knox looks good. Hollywood Brown or Brandon Ayuk? Who you like?
Hollywood Brown or Brandon Ayuk? Give me Brandon Ayuk, man. Just give me Brandon. Look, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Hollywood Brown has surprised me all year long. I didn't think he would be this good. Lamar's making him, probably better than he is. But I mean, give me Ayuk. I want Ayuk this week. Give me.
It's Ayuk season. It's Ayuk season. We here.
Let's go.
Dante Jones was popping, man. Appreciate you returning. Standard flex, Lockett, Gaskins, David Montgomery, or Brandon Cooks. And out of these four options, give me Gaskins, man. Give me Myles Gaskins. I know he's been a little inconsistent over the season, but he's locked into the role right now. Jordan Howard's hurt. They're using him in the red zone. I like the way this team's using him right now. Give me Myles Gaskins, even in standard.
Yeah, standard. I'm going to roll with Gaskins as well. Two is playing at another level right now, which is great. We would like to see that. Like to see progression. Give me Gaskins.
Yes, sir. Hey, I'm going to pat myself on the back. I traded away Justin Fields after his 25-point game, whatever it was, for Tua. And I know I look like an idiot, but I traded him away for Tua before the Tua blow up. And look, that's why I'm a god, baby.
Hey,
that's why I'm a god. Let's go.
Y'all thought you could get overs on us. Y'all thought
they can't get overs on us.
And just let it be known that Justin's back and he's gonna whoop Connor. And we're gonna get back to 1-2 like it should be, That's how it is.
Yo, hey, they thought because Kamara was out, that Aaron Jones was out, that Saquon Barkley was out, that DeAndre Hopkins was out, that I wasn't gonna be here. But guess what? I am here. I'm here. I'm back. I'm back. Let's go. They can't fucking take me. Let's get it. Let's
go.
How you think Diggs will do this week? Yeah, we were just talking about this, Dan. Maybe you could kind of piggyback off the Diggs talk, because I know I talked about Diggs and I don't think they're going to scheme. Do you think the same way, or you think that Bill maybe has something in store for Diggs?
Yeah, Bill Belichick is known for taking out the best player, But I'm not fading an All-Pro, specifically this type of All-Pro.
Right.
Stephon Diggs has a different way about being a receiver, and that's through his route running. And with routes, he can maneuver and outbeat defenses. He doesn't have to be that Calvin Johnson over the top. I'm going to catch it over you. He just outplays you. And Diggs and Allen, man, I don't see. I think they know that this is a make or break game. They're at home on a Monday night against the Patriots. They need to win this game. So I think you're going to see a big game from both of those guys.
I did too. Monday night, I know you're going to be watching, dog. I know you're going to be watching.
I got it off, baby. I'm out here. Let's go.
They said it's an odd week, so Gaskin will probably do good. Nah, Gaskin, if you look, the last 2 weeks since Jordan Howard's been out, they use him in the red zone. They've been getting him the rock in the passing game, and he's got the carries you want to see. So I think Gaskin is, as long as he gets the touchdown, obviously, he's going to be a rock solid 15 points if you ask me. All right, thoughts on this one from our guy Muhammad. What's going on, man? I always appreciate him tuning, man. I appreciate him tuning in, man. Like that's one of the things I love seeing the same faces, bro, because it lets me know that we're helping, and B, even if we're not helping, that we're at least getting some valuable information. You can either use it or fade it. And appreciate guys like Muhammad tuning in with us, man. So which three do I start? Chase, Higgins, Kirk, Odell, Sutton, Melvin Gordon, and PPR.
Wow. That's got to be tough because to me, obviously, we're fading Melvin Gordon. I'm probably going to fade Odell. Kirk, is he talking Christian Kirk?
Got to be talking Christian Kirk at the wide receiver flex type position. Yeah. And obviously, we're fading Cortland Sutton too, right?
Yeah. I mean, God, it was Judy's back. I mean, has Sutton taken the biggest L of the season? I mean,
hell no, he hasn't. And he got paid.
But the fact, well, yes, that's true. I'm talking fantasy L's because, hey, man, we need to get paid like Sutton. We need to get this contract in. Man, ESPN, hit us up, bro. Whoever it is.
Hit us up for the money.
Pay us, bro. We need that money. But
like you said, Matthew Berry, pay up.
Right. Hey, man, he needed to know. He called. He said, what's up? So I think for me, I'm going to go Higgins. I'm probably going to rock Christian Kirk because I think Kyle is going to come back, man. I think he's going to play. And then for me, so Higgins. So Higgins, Kirk, and it's tough. I'm going to go Odell. Give me Odell. I think he's going to be fine. Give me Odell.
Yeah, I get the predicament in this one because you're like, all right, I don't want to start both Chase and Higgins. I get it. Like you're thinking they're probably going to stick to the run. Don't want to use both options in the pass game. Kirk is like the third option right now, and once D-Hop gets back, or second option, however you want to call him. Odell he looked good last week, but we know it's a low floor, high ceiling type play. Sutton and Melvin Gordon really aren't on the radar. Sutton maybe, but I'm not really buying Sutton right now. To me, I'm probably starting Higgins, Odell, and Chase. And I'm just going to rock with both Chase and Higgins and hope that I get the one that pans out. If Chase gets a TD, Higgins, is going to get the looks too. So to me, Kirk isn't really a strong option. I would go Chase, Higgins, and Odell personally. Coming in from Twitch, Kamikaze, it looks like. Start Jamal Williams or Henderson. Henderson could be limited even if he does play. Obviously, Henderson is questionable. And to me, I would probably go with Henderson if he plays, Jamal Williams if he doesn't. But what do you think, Dan?
Yeah, tough to bench a guy that, has been consistent in that role. Henderson is, he looks explosive, looks fine. At least last game that he was in the game. So I'm going to roll with Henderson if he plays. So just keep in mind, watch that out. I think, but the hard part about it, I think they're a 1:00 game, right?
Yeah,
that's true. The tough part. So is Jamal Williams a 1:00 game or is it a 10:00 game?
I'm not sure, but everybody's just expecting the Jamal Williams blow up, like because DeAndre Swift's out. But we've seen even when he had full volume before, it's not like he's a lock for like RB1 numbers. So just everybody loves to do the volume over perfection thing, but it also has to align with the talent. I think Jamal Williams is talented enough to have a strong day, but if Henderson's playing and he's locked into his normal touches, which I think he will be if he plays, give me Henderson. I think there's a lot to be said about Sony Michel. The only way Sony Michel's even like rosterable in this case is if Henderson's out, in my opinion. So let's see. You think Elijah Mitchell will stay the RB1 in San Francisco? It's a dynasty question. Before we get to that, my guy D Shape said, "Hey, giving great advice without charging guys $1. We ain't charging no dollars. We're not rating your lineup for $1.
Hey, look, man, we're not. Y'all can tip though.
Y'all can tip, but we're not going to charge you $1 to trade. You ask us for trade advice, man. Rate your roster. So appreciate you even putting that comment up there, man. We are doing this just to help out, man. We growing our little brand here, so." Help us out if you could sub on YouTube and Twitch. That would be a good way to help us out. But other than that, man, just keep rocking with us. Dynasty question coming in, though. You think Elijah Mitchell will stay the RB1 in San Francisco even if Mostert comes back next year?
Yes, I think he will stay that way. However, we've seen this time and time again with running backs that don't have the draft capital, a.k.a. James Robinson from 2020. So think about that when you guys are drafting. Look at the 2021 draft. If it was me, look, I liked Elijah Mitchell as a prospect coming out. I thought that he had the opportunity to beat out Trey Sermon for the role. I didn't think Mostert was going to be like Mostert's old.
Right.
He's good. He's a good player, and he has that top end speed, which is like, damn, I'm super impressed by it. But
Yeah.
he's getting up there. I think he's going to be. Is he 28 now?
He's 28, about to be 29.
So that's kind of the world of goodbye in the running back world. So I liked Elijah Mitchell. I thought he had a better, just athletic body, better than Trey Sermon. But having said that, I think he's the ultimate sell high. Go get whatever you need, first round picks, players, whatever you need. I don't know about if he's going to be a 2023 starter.
I love that point. And so, he could be the RB1 next year. But long term, I don't think, and I'm a Niner fan, I don't think Eli Mitchell is the guy. I think Shanahan plays whatever running back's hot. We saw that last year with Raheem Mostert, Jeff Wilson, JaMychal Hasty. Like, whoever's in there gets the rock. To be honest, Dan, it wouldn't surprise me if Trey Sermon took over the backfield at some point next year. Like, he's going to get his opportunity again if he stays in, does what he needs to do in practice. He will get another opportunity if somebody goes down, whatever. They've invested third-round draft capital in Trey Sermon. He's going to get a shot at some point. So to me, it wouldn't surprise me if he ended up taking over the backfield at some point. But to me, heading into next season, I think Eli Mitchell is going to have the opportunity to say he's the starter. Shanahan offense, though, it could be any back at any time, man.
Right.
Yes, sir. Logan Thomas or Hunter Henry. Rock with Logan Thomas, man. I think he's the number 2 receiver for the football team right now. So this guy on TikTok, I think you know him, be charging people to rate their lineup, but they could just get it for free. Someone who's better. We gonna talk about that, or we just gonna leave it alone? Like, we could charge $1 to rate their lineup. Like,
if you're good at something, never do it for free. No, but we do it for free. Look, at the end of the day, we know who that is. We don't have to say the name.
We avoiding that shit, man.
We've already done enough, and we get shadow banned by his bots.
Shadow banned. The bots coming in heavy. You know what? And we ain't got to worry about that clown no more, man. It is what it is. We the gods for a reason. It's all good, man. We ain't gonna charge you guys. We're just gonna help y'all out and win some leagues, man. Brandon Cooks or Ayuk the rest of the season, man. To me, and this isn't like a full season thing. This is just fantasy playoffs. You're looking at like just the next 4 or 5 weeks. So Brandon Cooks or Ayuk, to me, I think you got to go with Cooks rest of the season. Over the next 2 weeks, though, give me Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah. I don't even have to go on. Yes.
All right, we agreed on that one. All right, last one for you, my man. My guy Shafe is laughing with us. Higgins, Miles Sanders, Jamal Williams, Judy. Higgins, Miles Sanders, Jamal Williams, and Judy. Needed in a flex. Who right now he has T. Higgins in there. Are you putting Miles Sanders, Jamal Williams, or Judy over him?
No.
T. Higgins it is then.
T. Higgins is my first choice, so I'm gonna go with T. Higgins. Give me Higgins.
Yo, T. Higgins is a little underappreciated in fantasy. I think he missed those few weeks. They forgot what he was doing at the beginning of the season, but that he was dominating last year too. Don't forget about T. Higgins, man, especially if you guys have trades available still and you could go get him for a wide receiver 3-ish type play or package him up. Value T. Higgins is like a mid wide receiver too. I think he's rock solid in there. He's red zone, possession. Like, I like T. Higgins, man. You are the gods. Yes, man. Appreciate the love tonight. Y'all showing us some major love tonight, man. I love it.
This is great. We appreciate it, guys. I love it.
Love it. One last question for the night, and then Dan and I are going to head off, get to our families, man. Just traded Elijah Moore for Mike Williams. Not too confident, but needed a receiver bad this week. What do you think about that deal?
I think it's a great deal. I think you're getting the upside. Look, Herbert is way better than whatever the Jets are going to roll out there every week. Mike Williams again has that He has 100 yards and 2 touchdown upside. Every week he steps on the other field with Herbert. I don't hate that deal at all. I think
Man.
honestly you're kind of locking up the hype in Moore and getting back maybe some value in Mike Williams.
I think you're losing out on an electric player in Elijah Moore, who, to me, no matter who the quarterback is, he's going to have a good rest of the second half of the season. He's the number one for that team. I think with Mike Williams, you got a low floor, high ceiling type player that you have to think about every single week. And Elijah Moore, you could throw him in there and book him for 4 to 5 catches with 100-yard potential and 2 touchdown potential, as we saw a couple weeks ago. So I'm going to go with the Jet, Elijah Moore on that one. And that wraps it up for this week's Gawdscast. We are out today. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure you guys head into the Twitch, head to the YouTube, sub with us, follow us, whatever the hell it is, man. We're going to be locked in with you guys through the playoffs. We're going to try to get live again this week, man. I'm going to try to either go tomorrow. We might have all 3 of us on. So make sure you guys got your notifications on, whatever. We're going to go live and help you guys out. And is it just me, or do you notice Eckler does better against bad matchups? We ain't talking about Eckler on this episode. We out. We out. Man, it's a Taylor episode. We out. Shout out to you guys for tuning in. See y'all tomorrow.
Peace.